coolers, and welcome back to Viva Barca. Welcome to the home of everything Barcelona, where we are going to be discussing on the latest developing stories. We start with Jorginho of Chelsea, as it has been reported that Barcelona could fast track the signing of the Chelsea midfielder to January. We are going to be discussing on that as we move ahead. Then secondly, talking about Samuel Umtiti, as it has been reported that the Barcelona loanee could extend his loan in the Serie A for another season. We are also going to be looking at that. So guys, before we get right into the stories, please do ensure to subscribe if you haven't. Turn on the post bell notification to always stay notified whenever I post a new video. Consider liking the video and please watch it right up to the very end. Barcelona's search for a new defensive midfielder has led them to Jorginho. The Chelsea star has emerged as a target for the Catalan Giants as they look to find a direct replacement for Sergio Busquets next season. Busquets' current deal at Camp Nou expires at the end of the season, and there are no indications that he will continue beyond that. It has compelled Barca to scour the market for a new defensive midfielder, with Jorginho fitting the bill. The Italian is currently plying his trade at Chelsea, but his current deal at Stamford Bridge also expires at the end of the season. It bodes well for a Barcelona side who are facing an economic crisis and are not in a position to spend a fortune on players. However, AC Milan are also involved in the race to sign Jorginho. The Rossoneri are also in better financial shape and could attract Jorginho through Italy's relatively less stringent tax schemes. Barcelona, though, are not too keen on surrendering to Milan in pursuit of Jorginho. It was initially reported that Barca are poised to propose a pre-contract agreement to the midfielder in January, giving him the opportunity to join the club after the end of the season. However, with Milan breathing down their necks, Barcelona are now considering the possibility of signing Jorginho in the January transfer window altogether, according to reports from Dario Sport. The Blaugrana are aware of Chelsea's precarious situation and know that the Premier League giants may have to cash in if the player refuses to extend his contract at Stamford Bridge. This could ultimately allow Barcelona to sign the Italian international on a cut price deal in January. Thanks to the economic levers used in the summer, the club will have the financial means to sanction the move. Although, given the club's other tasks in the market, it remains to be seen whether or not they can end up splurging on Jorginho after the turn of the year. Whether Chelsea would be willing to sanction a sale midway through the campaign also remains a major question, as they have qualified for the Champions League round of 16 and have to make do without N'Golo Kante, who is a long-term absentee due to injury. Jorginho have been strongly linked to Barca in recent weeks. Of course, Barcelona continue to search for a new defensive midfielder to replace Sergio Busquets, who is leaving the club as his contract is set to expire at the end of the season. Jorginho have also been one of the candidates that have been strongly linked. Reports even came out yesterday claiming how negotiations have begun between Barca and Chelsea for the midfielder, but his agent later came and insisted that there is nothing. He has never met Matteo Alemany before to discuss anything about Jorginho, so everything was false. But still, yeah, the rumor mill continued to bring the latest on the links on Jorginho to Barca, with this report claiming how Barca want to fast track the move, possibly in January. If it is possible in January, Barca want to make it happen. But it is going to be so complicated, to be honest, because AC Milan are also showing interest, and also for the fact that Chelsea are in the round of 16, Barca are going to the Europa League. That might also play a role in Jorginho's decision joining Barca, or better going to AC Milan, where the tax system in Italy is far better than the one in Spain. So it's going to be difficult. There have been a lot of players linked, not only Jorginho to the DM role. As we all know, we have players like N'Golo Kante, his fellow Chelsea counterpart. We have players like Ruben Neves of Wolves. We have players like Martin Zubimendi, who have always been a top choice for manager Xavi in that DM role. But even though his contract expired, even though he extended his contract last week, Barca still continues to monitor him. So there have been a couple of players linked, but Barca are yet to make a firm decision. They just want to have many options, and by the end of the day, know the one that they will be going for or the one that will be easy for them to get. So Jorginho continued to be strongly linked, but a move, to be honest, looked complicated. AC Milan is also strongly interested in Jorginho. Financially, we know that we don't have that stability, by the way. So if it's a move that requires money, definitely Barca will not be able to. But Jorginho's contract expires next year, end of the season. But if Barca want to fast track it to January, which means Barca will have to pay because he will not be a free agent by then. But let's see how it goes. Then on to the next story of discussion. Samuel Umtiti was one of many Barcelona players that left the club in the summer in favor of a loan move elsewhere. Once regarded as one of the best defenders at Barca, the Frenchman was offloaded to Lecce on a season-long loan. His departure came in the aftermath of a busy transfer window that saw Barca sign the likes of Andres Christensen and Jules Koundé. Not to mention, Umtiti himself has had it difficult at Barca with a myriad of injuries and a lack of prominence in the first team. However, ever since his move to Lecce, Umtiti has managed to rise from the ashes to become a key player for the Italian outfit. Indeed, the defender has been performing brilliantly since making his debut against AS Roma and is considered one of the best players in the team right now. Although Umtiti has only featured in 2 league matches so far, the Barcelona defender has made a great impact with his experience, leadership, and mentality in the dressing room. Thanks to his positive presence, a report from Dario Sport suggests that the defender may remain at Lecce for 1 more year. This could bode well for the player, who is already reaping the rewards of joining a low-tier Italian club instead of opting for a top-class European outfit. Although the prospects of a place in the France national team for the upcoming World Cup appear to be a distant dream, it appears Umtiti might remain another year at Lecce in order to further progress and continue his recovery. His prolonged spell in Italy could bode well for Barcelona as well, at least from an economic standpoint. However, it will be imperative that the Frenchman continues his performances throughout the remainder of the campaign as he looks to help Lecce survive the wrath of relegation. So guys, with that, we have come to an end of this episode. Thanks so much for watching. If you haven't subscribed, please do well to do so that you always stay up to date. Until next time, bye for now.